starting this pre-season really well. You know how good he is with the ball at his feet, James Trafford, and he's patiently waiting for United to press him. Ball now, Bogle. Pressed well by Andre Santos, United trying to get on the ball properly for the first time. But well dealt with by Tanaka. Free kick given, but Jaden Bogle's been down for a few seconds. This will be a worry for Leeds. He's just looking over at the bench. He's just got done there on the sliding tackle by Amas. Let's just see what happens here. Studs in the ground. Amas gives away the free. It's on the earlier challenge on Bogle that he looks sure he's back up and moving. You and I were walking around Dublin city centre early on, Gary, and how many United, Manchester and Leeds shirts do we see across the city?
It really was incredible. It feels like an all-Ireland day in terms of the two teams.
Yeah.
The whole of Dublin, Manchester United everywhere, so they've really been looking forward to this. And we knew that the tickets were a hot ticket. They went out so quick.
There's been a real festival feel in the city over the past few hours. By Aidan Heaven, who's been a regular centre-back in his pre-season campaign. So Paul brilliantly punched in Diogo Dallo and now Burmo. Out to Amad Diallo. Tyler Fletcher. And Sean Longstaff the one to try and reset it. James Trafford can't go there, so Manchester United have a first corner over the line.
Rounded it out initially, Leeds got an opportunity to clear it. Last time he clever headed back, but I think it's well enough. It's possible. Just they can feel comfortable, they can influence their surroundings.
Actually taken down by Chadwick, star of Leeds United's under-21 side last season. Longstaff. Tanaka.
Straight away you can see that defensive shape of United out of possession. It's a 4-2-4. The two holding that midfield. I do believe you look at United downfield, there is a defensive structure that they all understand. There's no grey areas that we saw so often under Ten Hag or out.
Well, made by the towering figure of Heaven. Arsenal, roughly a year and a half ago. What are you making of the Leeds United shape here, Gary?
It was often, we reference the fact that the massive turnaround their season was when they went to a back three. Sacrifice all those. It's late now. Saw one.
Hung up by Longstaff, but nodded down in the direction of Bornau. James belts it into Heaven. Bornau's pounced upon it. And Manchester United concerned for a moment that the referee James went down.
It's a big team. Goes back. Three centre backs up. Free kicks, cheap ones that you might give away. Will be asked questions of in terms of dealing with those balls into the box.
seen a run. It's a run from Dorgu. It's a smart knockdown to Zirkzee. Fletcher. Diallo. Nice turn by Ahmed Diallo. Mass into the back of Vogel. Diallo squares up to Chadwick and to James, and his endeavours to him at the corner.
That's good defending by the young man. Got the call from James. Doubling up 2-3-1 in that left back position to literally say, listen, Ahmed comes inside on there just to make sure he doesn't get beaten on the outside, and he doesn't.
This is the penalty call for Leeds United.
Referee's in a good position.
Towering figure of Lucas Metcher was there to thump that away.
Position in their recruitment last summer to get some real physicality into the squad. Even though the strikers left, centre back coming in, that's exactly that. And Trafford as well in goal.
It's on the money, that man Diallo. Santos, Zirkzee, Fletcher, and Dallo. Good spell this United. Zirkzee! Traffic got down to it. Probably Manchester United's best move of the match.
That really was really good movement, creating overload. Allen goes infield to create the space for Dallo out wide to receive that pass. Get a good touch out of his feet, and the cross comes into the box. Zirkzee stepping onto it. It's a poor finish.
Wonder to what extent Manchester United are going to be further active in the market. Joshua Zirkzee's actually been linked with a move back to Italy. He managed to get himself a couple of goals last season, but has scored in this pre-season campaign. James is onside. To Dallo. In towards Metcher.
Good ball in behind James. Dallo stands side. Yeah, stay with him. Balls over the top. He's fortunate he's going wide to the corner flank. Squad. Not United fans would say that Dallo has got short. I know he was player of the year a couple of seasons ago. As Raoui was excellent in his first year when he came from Munich, struggled with injuries last season.
Well, given away to Brian Burmo. So used to him exploiting situations like that for either Brentford or Manchester United.
But at no point did I feel that Dorgu made his mind in terms of where he exactly wanted it, whether or not he just pulled away to create the space then to attack back inside. He did neither. Burmo's just forcing the pass.
Loves to carry the ball out from the back. As we've seen in pre-season so far, the new arrival, Sassuolo.
Top flight, this area. As good as you are in other leagues, the Premier League really does test you, but it does attributes that you're going to like as a player. That left foot is nice. Find it, Dave. James just inside.
Longstaff headed away by Amas. Oh, brilliant! United? And those from Manchester lead the game in Dublin.
Sergio was delighted with the goal. Rightly takes it claim, but everything good about that move in Burma. Just looks over his right shoulder to see where that defender is, recognises he's not tight enough, and if for some reason then closes the space when he probably should have dropped off.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
And he does just that.
He knows how to make a goal like that, Brian Burma, but that was really special, as was the finish of TXC. It is mostly Manchester United up in the stands, and you could hear it when the ball hit the back of the Leeds United then. Good intensity to the game, Gary, and good quality it feels like there too for a pre-season friendly like
You would hope that the players were coming close to their fitness. I know that will come with 2 or 3 games into the real season, but they should still be in there or thereabouts. None of his awareness pre-season there. Just you said about how good he has been in Burma. That was such good awareness as a centre forward. As a defender, you have to recognise that the centre forward has looked over his shoulder to see where you are. Don't close the space. Don't allow him to spin you the way he did.
Andre Santos is brought down by Manchester United. It was such a, almost, it made me think of a Brian and Brumo, Johan Wissa, Brentford kind of counter-attack goal during their pumped the back end of their time in West London. But my word, he stepped up, hasn't he, Brian and Brumo? He's a size of club and delivered. And here he is again. What a challenge. Ilmovic thumps it to him and wins it back for Leeds.
A big moment there. Ahmad looked like he was the one in, but I think he would have been offside. Which meant Burma again. You're right. Ideally, when you sign a player, you want him to produce the type of football that you've seen him doing at his club before. Of course, the magnitude of playing for United, and he's just looked so comfortable from day one.
Some have moved and look burdened by the shirt, not the Cameroon international. Euro. Burma. Dallo. He's third in the end, of course. Manchester United qualifying for the Champions League for the first time since the 23-24 season. In the end, only finished 7 points behind Manchester City, who of course were in the throes of the title race until the penultimate match week. Great ball by Yoro. Takes you with a fine take too. Carries and carries and waits.
Wasted opportunity. Xerxes in that 10th position. Just doesn't see the run of a Burma, which was timed to perfection.
Fletcher. Dorgu. City. Back by Dorgu. Tyler Fletcher. Amantiello takes over. It's a nice move involving Dorgu.
United is very comfortable. Michael going to be delighted. The last 4 or 5 minutes. Last year, numbers back in and around the box, but not really influencing people getting their head up, making passes. Burma, brilliant play again. That centre half running back, you're just hoping and praying that he doesn't make the pass. Unfortunately, he did.
Second goal of pre-season for Joshua Tiggs. He scored a beautiful goal actually in the 5-0 win over Rosenborg in Trondheim. Dummied and dummied for the goalkeeper down on his backside before rolling it into the net. is now wearing Manchester United's #1 shirt. Didn't last season, but I'll take Bayindir out on loan, and to be honest, he is Manchester United's #1. Handball by Amad Diallo. Situation there against Leeds. You do feel that this Manchester United team, if they have that ability to go back to the front, they'll do it. Why wouldn't you with William runners like Ahmed and Guamo? Guamo there again as one. Diallo. Andres Santos nearly runs to Xerxes. James, we know how quick he is, but he couldn't work the ball onto Mencha. Weather's gone down a bit. The amount of people complaining about how hot it was today, including you, to be honest, Gary.
It's been hot. I don't think I'm the only one. Soon it'll be raining and cold, so let's still enjoy it.
Yep. There has been shorts weather for weeks, and wearing trousers to work does feel a bit strange, I must admit. And Vermo turns it well out beautifully. Dorgu can't get there, and Vermo! What a save! James Trafford stepping up on his opening night.
Vermo just looks a yard quicker than everyone at the moment. Usually in pre-season, strong, powerful players like him take a while to get going, not him. Looking away as if it's a goal. What a save. The full frame to just use that left hand to touch it past the post, Trafford.
Looks sharp, doesn't he, Brian Vermo here? And he's on the goal line as Diallo looks to swing this in. Zixi is up. Mass nods it down. On by Fletcher. And that's Diallo, and plucked out of the air by Trafford. Super ball from him as well. For Aronson to gallop onto. Does have help coming with Bogle.
That little pass back inside to Bogle. Crowded out. Brilliant goalkeeping by Trafford just to release that leads up the pitch. Drop into that back five. That's quite high in the defensive line. You can tell the midfielders to get closer, but they're not really. So good at putting the pressure on from the front, but United are passing it around quite comfortably at this stage.
Turnover by Amas. It's Fletcher. Some big wins. Second half of last season under Michael Carrick, Manchester United. Manchester City, Arsenal, who can forget that remarkable double victory to start. Saw Villa, Chelsea as well.
Lots of the players talking about those performances. Results were great. As a collective, they do talk about being an improvement in terms of controlling games. I think on the back of that type of statement from players like Maguire, other United players, they'll be really happy with how they're doing at the moment. That's the first mistake he's made, Fletcher. He's so tired in the midfield there.
Super football before that. And then Fletcher felt he had to make the foul.
That's what Farker will want. Those advanced midfielders, attackers, putting pressure on whoever's dropping deep into midfield.
Ericsson, Vogel, just caught by Dorgu. He's hanging out on the right here now. Kind of working with Tanaka, and he has done. Vogel will get another go at this here. It's got boxed out in the end, but Leeds have it. And Tanaka.
Defensive structure of United, every single player back in their defensive first. A block like that enables your fullbacks to go tight. They know that there's not in the centre half, so they can actually go and engage their opponent.
People are certainly enjoying themselves. The first football fixture, Association Football, Soccer, whatever you want to call it, since 2009 when the Republic of Ireland played France here in the World Cup qualifier. 17 years since this sport was played here. I don't doubt many of those Manchester United fans do fly over at the weekends for visits to Old Trafford.
Fans also, but it's brilliant. We want to show off this stadium. We're so proud of it for the rest of the world to see it.
Santos, Fletcher and Ahmed Diallo. Since the goal, United have looked the better too. James, so he's won it from Fletcher. Great work for Daniel James. Ericsson! Brilliant United equaliser. Well, the Leeds United fans are not here to make up the numbers. They love that. And some execution as James and Ericsson pounce upon the error to level it at 1-1.
It's a brilliant finish by Leeds. United look like they could score one in. James gets his head up. The awareness around him, which he's often accused of not having because he works and runs at such a speed. But that little reverse pass back into Harrison, and then that first touch to kill it, as soon as that touch is made, you can only see the equaliser.
It's been away starring for the United States in a domestic World Cup. Now back in Leeds United colours and scoring. Dan James, formerly of Manchester United, involved. Both goals, brilliant assists and superb finishes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, carbon copies in terms of having that ability as you're running at pace to get your head up and make the pass.
A couple of times now the young Tyler Fletcher's been caught out midfield. There is carrying staff as it was last season, Steve Holland and Jonathan Woodgate in the dugout.
Seen them discussing because the emphasis would have been when they came into the club, just trying to stop how easy it is to go from one end of the pitch to the other and get a strike against this United team.
Fletcher waits it out to Ahmed Diallo. I suppose part of that desire on Michael Carrick's part comes from the fact it was his nature as a player anyway, that control from midfield that he'd want to bring to Manchester United.
Brilliant player. I told you he had the base of the field from a young age. He was a young player at West Ham and he had it then. No surprise then that he went to clubs like Spurs and then on to Manchester United to have such an incredible career.
No foul, Manchester United play on. 464 games for Manchester United, Michael Carrick. Won the Premier League 5 times, Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup. No wonder fans were so happy to see him pitchside pre-match.
Overly phased by anything, doesn't he? Not overly emotional. He takes it all in, knows what has to be done. He's worn the shirt, so knows about that type of expectation. But I can't underestimate the role that Steve Holland will play as a brilliant coach who's working at the highest level, to have that experience and know-how just to make sure that whatever idea Michael has, he's able to put it into practice.
Yeah, the referee had actually allowed Burmo's tackle and then kind of sat on the decision before changing his mind. Aidan Heaven definitely got too close to referee Neil Doyle, he didn't like it. Definitely got too close to referee Neil Doyle, he didn't like it. Manchester United in the country since Saturday night when they flew over to Ireland after their 1-1 draw with PSG. Their training. Leeds United, we actually bumped into them at the airport this morning on the way over. So it's a flying visit for them. Ball now on to Vogel. Good turn by Vogel, and he drew the challenge from Navas.
For that to place United, Matt Fletcher, and they did start the game really well, ball moving, just pressure. Can they refrain from giving away cheap free kicks, and they make sure they don't get caught on the ball, just allow Leeds to put balls into their box.
Here comes the delivery, and it was flicked goalwards. Beal was one of a pack attacking that for Leeds.
Attacking across the front, they need to get a thinner contact. Lovely delivery into it, takes it on the task.
Lamens. Moved on by Fletcher. Fletcher took up a really smart position to receive that pass, and he's been central to this flowing move. Chelsea. Super football from Manchester United. Torgu's ball in at pace, well read by Trafford.
Now the starting position of Trafford is brilliant. Recognises the body shape of Torgu, takes a couple of yards forward, half his 6-yard box. He's catching that or saving it. Really good anticipation. That's such a good sign. It needs to be. So many other clubs who I feel are struggling for goalkeepers. Signing by Leeds.
Was pretty vocal, wasn't he, when he wasn't going to be Manchester City's number one. Well, after his signing, talking for the world from any arrival.
Never saw that one coming.
Kind of pulling each other's shirts, weren't they, in the end, Torgu and Tanaka, but it is a Manchester United free kick. Fletcher on this. He will be left for Ahmad Diallo. Six. Diallo was one of the few players who didn't excel under Michael Carrick in the second half of last season. Of course, a main man for many under Ruben Amorim.
See how they do fit in all these players in terms of Cookie coming back, Bruno Fernandes, Tino. I know they're going to need squad depth. The fact they only played 40 games last season, that's going to be a massive upturn in games. So they'll need the players, and they really benefit. These managers trying to coach your philosophy and embed it into the players. You actually get that week of training, which they have from no midway football. What opportunity here again. Diallo and Brian Mpumo looking up beautifully. Mpumo! Oh! Smacks it against the bar. And Manchester United nearly had the lead for a second time. The initial pass looked like he was putting him in on goal, but he has an indifferent touch. Slows himself up and then squares up the defender. And how often have we seen him cut inside onto his left foot? The defender used to be thinking, block that out. Frustration in the bar. Delighted about how good he's looking as we approach the new season.
You wanted to extend the players who are not involved to the World Cup will start the season flying compared to those involved, especially deep into things in the United States, Canada and Mexico.
Again, brilliant. Vermo. Wins corner. Everyone. Covers in the end. But he just walks slowly at Vermo. Makes the defender walk, and as soon as you do, that's the trigger to go. Not going to keep up with him.
Fletcher's corner. Headed away by Bion. Dorku. Vogel got too tight. It's back out to Amas. Shifts it back to Fletcher. Dallo. Yoro.
Vermo again. In the opposite now. Vermo, where the defenders are getting too tight, and actually dropping off 3 or 4 yards because they don't want to get rolled or embarrassed. Too much space to get set up and make pass. But it's interesting to feel that coming in, but self-reference for Michael Carrick to take that pass and midfield back into those forwards, into the number 10 area. Forward from Vermo.
Jada Bogle cutting a frustrated figure. He was one of those pre-match during the interviews that said this game can never be a friendly. It has been played with suitable intensity, you'd argue. Here is Bogle. 2 runners. Yoro just cut it out. Dorku back and read him.